It has been an eventful 2 weeks over here with Illustrator and with our friends across the world. Welcome to another episode of This Week, our weekly show where we give to you news, updates, and slice of life from all of our friends all across the world. Today we're going to be saying hello to our friends in Dubai, Riyadh, Korea, the USA, Canada, and more. I can sense that changes along the way, so I hope that everybody's ready. But for now, let's say hello to our friends all across the world. I'm Paolo Benitez and you're watching another episode of This Week.
Everybody, kumusta kayo lahat? This is Hilarion Oliver again here in Riyadh City, Saudi Arabia, guys. So, it's already half of the year. It's already July, guys. Time flies so fast. And you know what's good about it? That we are still here, that we're still listening, watching each other. And you know, we're just thankful. We are just so grateful that despite of all these odds, of all these challenges, you're still with us here in Illustrato. So guys, this amazing white building is called King Fahd Library. And also that iconic building is called the Faisaliyah Tower. But anyway guys, I will not be talking about Riyadh, Saudi Arabia today, okay? I need to share with you, I need to help everybody, I need to educate my friends and you guys about the most important, critical thing that we are facing or issue right now. Fake news. So guys, I'm gonna show you in my next video how to spot fake news. Because, you know, we've been a victim of fake news. My mom, my family, my friends. So this is very important issue. It is very important to spot what is a fake news. Because, you know, once we shared some news, some links on our friends in our social media, in our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, once we forward a linked message to our friends in our groups, you know, we become responsible. We become responsible of the information that we are sharing to them. Because first, information, it affects all of us. It affects us mentally, emotionally, psychologically. So guys, once we share something, if it's really like a real news, at least it will give us warnings if it's like really a bad news. But what if it's a fake news? What if it's not like really real? So, you know, we will just be part of the problem. We'll be causing emotional troubles to our friends.
So guys, here are the points on how to end the fake news cycle. Number one always is to check the source. Look for the page, media house, or the website sharing this news. Channels like BBC or ABC won't be sharing fake news because of the trust and brand they have. Number two is to read beyond. Attention grabbing is the main aim of content creators. Headlines are what helps them to achieve. So read the whole content, not just the headline. Number three is cross-check. Don't just rely on one source. Do your work, and if a good number of sources report the same, then do believe it. Number four is don't forward everything. You need to determine, you need to track down that this is a fake news. You should stop the cycle, stop forwarding them, and you should warn your friends too. Number five is check the date. The news you are looking at might not be fake, but there are cases where old news is being circulated to create an issue. Lastly, don't panic. Before you come to any conclusion, please follow all the necessary steps. In case it is a misleading news, do report it so it will stop from spreading.
Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. And again, this is Hilarion Oliver for This Week here in Illustrato.
This week in Ras Al Khaimah, I'm going to be creating PPEs out of paper. Pretty recently, Ras Al Khaimah's Tourism and Development Authority announced that RAK is one of the safest destinations in the world at the moment, and this has been certified by Bureau Veritas. This is an international organization that is leading in testing, in inspection, and in certification services. And in light of this very positive and optimistic news, I decided to get creative and crafty this week by creating some avant-garde PPE art pieces.
The first personal protective equipment piece that I decided to recreate was the glove. Using origami, I turned pieces of square paper made from A5 sheets into claws. I created 2 per each finger so I could stack them and create a more dramatic and more visually impactful art piece. I also made an actual mask out of paper. Now this mask is solely for fashion purposes, so if you make this at home, remember not to use this in place of an actual mask. For this, I followed a YouTube tutorial and demonstrated the folding as seen here on an A4 sheet of paper, but for the actual mask, I used A3. Lastly, I wanted to create a full face mask or shield out of sticky notes. I thought that the 3-dimensional layering of colored shreds of paper would look cool in a photo. For this, I cut up different colored sticky notes and stuck them onto a paper mask template which I found online and printed. And this is the result.
So that is it from my side, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please let us know in the comment section down below. Until next time, my name is Antonino. You can follow me on Instagram at antonino.benitez, where I'll be posting the pictures you saw today and much more creative content. See you next week, guys. This has been This Week in Ilustrado.
Hello everybody, and this week in Dubai, I am currently at Mercato, one of the oldest malls in the city and one of my favorite places to hang out when I was growing up. As you can see, there's not that many people around, and it's quite funny because I just wanted to come out, get a couple of snacks, buy some more coffee, and this is the new normal of what going out looks like. I'm wearing gloves, a mask, and it's quite funny because I'll try to smile at the cashier, so thank you so much for helping me so well today, but you can't actually see that I'm smiling, so I just look like I'm squinting, and it's quite funny. It's been interesting getting used to it, but it is so important that we all continue to stay safe and continue flattening the curve, so keep up the good work. Here's some scenes from around the mall. As you can see, since not many new movies are being released, they're showing a few old ones, which seems lovely as well. And that's it for this week. This has been Chantal for This Week in Ilustrado.
This week in Manila. What's up, sunflowers? Summer is live here. I am a Filipino-American musician and dancer. Currently right now I am in Manila and it is about 33 degrees Celsius or around 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of hot, but it's still pretty nice out. The sun is out, so I can't really complain. It's been a little bit of a rough transition into this new normal, but I'm really grateful that I'm here in Manila with my family. So sometimes I'm in Los Angeles and it just so happens that when the lockdown happened, I was here with my family, so it's been really good. I was keeping myself busy with my plants here. I've gone a little bit crazy with my plants. I've also been baking and cooking things for my family. I recently transitioned to a pescatarian diet, so basically have been learning new recipes and keeping myself busy with, I try to keep myself motivated, and I try to think about all the things that I'm grateful for. Nobody was really prepared for this quarantine and this lockdown, so everybody's kind of coping the way that they can. I am a musician, so I create music, and I actually just released my new single called Finally Found on Spotify. So go ahead, you guys can go on Spotify and type out Summer is Live and Finally Found, and you guys will get to listen to my new song. And I'm super excited because it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be released, because we were in quarantine, we were on lockdown. I can't actually go to live gigs, or I can't perform it. So I kind of just released it and had to use social media to the best of my ability. And you know what? It's okay. Like, I'm so grateful, and we've got a lot of people all over the world tuning into it. So I'm really excited about that. But other than that, yeah, I've just been keeping busy baking and gardening, working on new songs and new music, and creating content on my Instagram. So if you guys want to check me out on Instagram, my handle is @SummerIsLive. And you can follow me on Facebook as well. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are all staying positive, staying safe, and staying sane. Once again, this is Summer for This Week in Ilustrado. Walk in love.
This week in Jeonju City, South Korea. Hello everyone, annyeonghaseyo. I am Nimrod Mendoza Carpio, a university professor here in South Korea. Today's temperature is around 19 to 23 degrees Celsius, but this morning it's only 19 degrees Celsius because last night it rained, so I think that's why it's quite cooler this morning. Yeah, but we are already in summer season. Just like what I mentioned to you, I am from Jeonju City, but I am originally from Amadeo, Cavite, Philippines. So here in Jeonju City, it is the home of bibimbap. So if you're familiar with bibimbap, it's one of the famous traditional dishes of Koreans. So now I am inside Jeonju University, which I am affiliated now for almost 2 years. Yeah. So now I am going to my office because I just stayed here near the university entrance. So I will prepare now for my morning class because we still have some final examination of the students. Okay, so hello again. So I'm now here in my office. So I started preparing my things for my class. So for this week, we have our last week for the final examinations of the students. Just to give you some background of what happened here in South Korea, especially here in Jeonju City during the COVID-19. Until now, during the COVID-19. We started last March for the spring term, but because of the increasing numbers of cases of COVID-19 here in the whole country in South Korea, that's why the management decided to make the whole semester to be online class, in full online classes. This semester is my third term in teaching here in South Korea. It's quite different. No, it's really different. Yeah, it's quite challenging, especially me that I'm handling 6 classes. Because as a professor, I need to prepare online activities, online lectures, online videos for my students. For us as professor, we will still be busy this coming weeks because of the preparation of the grades of the students. Yeah, but yeah, challenging, but yeah, still I'm enjoying here in South Korea. So again, thank you so much, and I'm very grateful for the Ilustrado for inviting me. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel again, Tong TV, and my Instagram if you want to follow me, Tong Carpio. And again, this is Nimrod Carpio for This Week in Ilustrado. Annyeong!
This week in Ilustrado, we're at the park. We're allowed to go out to the parks now. Right here, baby. But you have to wear a mask and you have to maintain social distancing thingy. I think it's like 6 feet apart. But the park near our house, this is like actually the community center. It's not as crowded as the ones in downtown Toronto. You might have seen it in the news. This one's pretty empty, as you can see, and people come here to set up like a small space where they can have a picnic. So they announced yesterday that you can get in groups of 10, but yeah, we don't have a lot of family here in Toronto, so it's just us. So this is the community center. It looks like a giant park. This one is the baseball, what do you call that? Baseball area. And there's a basketball court. They're all there now. And then there's a huge soccer field. You can see a playground over there. It's still closed. You still can't go there. And then the trees here. There's a soccer field. And then across the community center is a commercial center. There's a Baskin-Robbins place where you can get ice cream. There's a pizza place. Other restaurants. Some of the restaurants are still closed. Others open recently. My kids and my husband, they do that a lot in the parks here. And then there's another one alive. So this is why we like this park, because it's not as crowded. Baby, don't put this. And this is my daughter. So she prepared the food for her picnic here. There, right there. Yeah, later we might get ice cream and some snacks. We're gonna cross the streets. So there, as you can see, it's slowly, not really going back to normal. It's going to, entering the new normal. Yeah, you can see my boys over there. That's what they do with parks here. And yeah, I really hope we can like go back to even just half of what we used to do, hopefully. But you know, so we're just enjoying whatever we can. And yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe. Say bye-bye, Mantro. Bye. See you next week.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله أصحابه أجمعين وبعد. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings mga kababayan po from around the world. Yes, ako po ay isang Filipino. And my name is Alim Muhammad Yasin, alias Alim, alias Abs, alias Muki. And this is my introduction for Ilustrado. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity, mga Ilustrado. And a brief of information about me. I've been living here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for almost 33 years by the next month in July. But I was born in the Philippines in 1984. Moved here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 1987. And most of my life is living here, overseas po. But I did not forget kung paano po magsalita ng Tagalog or Filipino language. My parents were both Tausug, and whenever they actually talk to me, Tagalog is the language that they use. Kaya lang Tausug po nagsasalita sila. So I learned both dialects. And then I studied in Saudi Arabian government school, so I do know a thing or two about Lugha Arabiya. English is something that I actually developed overnight. Self-taught, and also conversing with different people from around the world here. As you can see, I'm here in Panorama Mall. Sometimes I'm now at week 2 of easing up the curfew. Some days there are like a lot of people here in the mall, and there will be days na parang wala naman katao-tao halos masyado. Like this is the day na parang wala masyadong katao-tao. But we do practice physical or / social distancing. So far it's been going okay. Although the curve has been flattened. Hindi lang talaga nasasabi or na widespread because I think maybe the country doesn't want to jinx it. But it's still under good observation. Inshallah, things will go back to normal. Hayakumullah. Inshallah, things will be okay, and glad to hear from Ilustrado from around the world yung mga experience nila dyan. And take it easy po. This is Ali Muhammad Yasin signing off, and maybe I'll see you next time. God bless.
Hi Ilustrado fam! Rian here from Riyadh, and I'm sending you all so much love this week. The world is beginning to open up, and I just want to say that moving forward and expansion are never easy. It requires you to get used to being uncomfortable. For the benefit of any significant growth or any shift to happen, we need to be flexible and to step away from what we got accustomed to. We must be willing to hold difficult conversations, be present in manners that may feel uncomfortable, take steps even if they may feel awkward and completely different. We have to desire to venture away from the normal to make way for the fresh direction that holds a lot of potential. But that can bring fear. Only then can we see and feel a brand new present with a fresh vision, motion, and ways of living. But always remember that nothing could ever amount to the joy and peace that you're able to give yourself that overflows to others. We love you guys and thank you for taking this journey with us. If you're new to our video, be sure to share some love right down there. Send us your comments, tag a friend if you enjoyed, and of course feel free to share it if it has inspired you, because we need more messages of happiness and light.
Just got off work. I'm taking in this beautiful scenery. Amazing, amazing scenery. So much green, so much open space. It's pretty awesome. What's up, everyone? This week in Ohio, Erwin, Ohio, a little over a half hour west of Columbus, the capital city of Ohio. I'm out here in Erwin. It's a tiny village, a little too small to be designated as a village, which is kind of funny, but it's still a pretty awesome place. And now for my run. I'll let you guys see it. Right now, I think it's 93 degrees. Going out for my run. Pretty sweet place to take a run. It's like they designed this for my run. But anyways, out here in Ohio, there's a lot of stuff going on, but not as crazy as it is in all the inner cities. Because of where I am, all the way out here in rural nowhere, I don't really get all that affected by it. So I get to stay calm, get to keep inside my mind a nice present place. Stay in the moment and not get overwhelmed by all the things that are going on. Like COVID. At work, I have to wear a mask, but at least I get to work. Not everybody gets that opportunity. Not everybody gets that chance. So I feel blessed that I get that opportunity and everything. So, all the things you could do here, there are some amazing metro parks. Ohio happens to be famous for quite a few things. Like one, it wasn't even a state until 1953, which is pretty crazy. It was pretty late. Ohio people are pretty crazy about football. And what's funny is the state sometimes is called the Buckeyes just because of the prevalence of the Buckeye tree. They also do a lot of corn here. They produce a lot of corn here. This field over here is actually just hay. There's a field over there that's all corn. It's massive fields. Fields all over the place, which is awesome because you get an amazing view all the time. In Ohio, there's also a place called Cedar Point, which is an amazing theme park, a really big amusement park, second only in the world to Six Flags. It has 72 rides and 17 roller coasters, which is pretty amazing. It's pretty crazy. This has been with On Your Mark Worldwide on This Week in Ohio. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Okay, so it's our first day back to work. It's Monday, and it's the first day for me to report back to work because we will be working on alternate days. Even though my workplace is quite near, like in 3 minutes I'll be there, we're still required to wear masks even though it's within the campus. Ang bahay namin. Honestly, wearing this mask and with breathing problems, it's kind of really hard. Kinda. Especially when you're tired.
As you can see, the seat next to me is empty, still keeping the 1 meter distance to prevent the spread of the virus. A few days ago, Saudi has announced that international flights will be open from the 1st of August, but only to a few selected countries. I'm not sure though if anyone would take the risk at the moment, unless it's really necessary.
Hello, office. Did you miss me? I missed you. Not really. Hello, my Mac. Ah, I miss this Mac. It's open. Yeah. I'm back at work. Work's over. It's time to go back home. It was a quiet first day, and I don't know. I don't have work tomorrow, and I was told that I'm gonna request again if I could work from home. Whatever way, I'm ready. I have all the stuff I need anyway. But yeah. Home sweet home again. It's already 4:30. That's it, guys. This was my day, my first day back to work. Thank you for joining me. I'm Leslie, and you can follow me on Instagram at Fiestan. See you all next week.
So on the Illustrator side of things, a lot of things have actually started to look up. Business is going back into full swing and people are picking up little by little. Why am I chopping? More projects and collabs are lined up and more content will be released down the road. Just a couple of weeks ago, we did our second episode of This Week Live where we talked about patriotism and Pinoy pride. I'd like to thank Conjan Paul for gracing us, and I'd also like to thank Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurzbach for also sharing her insights and her opinion.
And our next special guest, we are so honored to have her. She is Miss Universe 2015 and she is a UNAIDS Goodwill Ambassador. She is none other than Pia Wurzbach.
Hello! Hi everyone! Thanks for inviting me here.
So Pia, are we ready to talk progressive Filipino things? We got a little bit of food to spill and we have a lot of inspiring messages we hear from you.
Let's do it!
So let's go!
We talked about Filipino pride and patriotism. So how does it work? What does it mean to be a proud Pinoy? How can you support your country in the best way possible? Check it out in the link below. We'll also be doing a special webinar on homeschooling tomorrow on Friday, so you better check that out. Register if you can. Link is below. And of course, on the home side of things, we're continuing our social distancing. Even though a lot of people are starting to go out, we're going little by little. For instance, we've been taking joyrides and we've been also just doing little things to spice up our regular life at home. For instance, I like to dress up for work. It keeps you in the mood and it makes you feel fresh. I have a sock collection, for instance, and I want to thank Liz for helping me out on this one. Today I am wearing fried egg! And on the side of the news, more and more restrictions are being lifted. People are starting to go out, but please, let's not forget that we're still in the middle of a pandemic. So I don't think we can afford to really overlook certain things because everybody has to play their part. And you can follow me at Paolo Benitez on Instagram. Not prisoner of war. I haven't been part of a war yet. I don't think I really wanna. It's just that I wanted to take PAO, but PAO was apparently already taken. And if you want to join the This Week gang, you can send us a video from wherever you are across the world. Until then, I'm Paolo, and thank you for watching another episode of This Week. I'll see you in the next one.